hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up. Take up space, sis. Got my room with this. Take up space, sis. I got my room with this. I'm a trip for this.
I sing music.
It's true that I'm a bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
Bitch, I eat my life in cat bitch. Asshole say he wanna grab it.
Okay. Let me do mine. Mine is not cussing. It's not dirty.
Woo, woo. Woo, court. This supposed to be night court, y'all. Well, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. When I tell y'all, I'm fighting sleep. Me and sleep are over here fighting. I be in the bed. I be asleep by 9:30. And I done set this thing for 10 o'clock like I can hang. And I can't even hang no more, y'all. But hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a wonderful day. I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Let me start at the top and work my way down to the bottom. Hey, Hill 75. Hey, my good sis. Sound checking that. What's up, my good sis? CC. Hey, my good sis. Cynthia Christian coming in at number 4. What's up, my good sis? Nene Love, AJ, Lisa, Keisha. Good after. I'm about to say good morning. Good evening. Good evening, y'all. How are y'all? I hope that y'all had an amazing, amazing day. We're gonna get into these little hot topics, y'all. And I'm gonna take my butt to bed because I'm over here fighting. I'm over here fighting for my life. I'm over here fighting for my life, y'all. When I tell y'all my eyes are heavy and this bed got a hold of me, okay? Maybe I should have got out the bed and did this, sitting up. But either way it goes, we're going to get through these stories. We're going to talk about it. And, we're going to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do Real Housewives and some other things tonight. Y'all got to catch up because why, what happened with Don't y'all mean to tell me Club Shay Shay closed? Do y'all mean to tell me Club Shay Shay closed down? Y'all mean to tell me Unc had Cat Williams on there with all them premonitions and he didn't take heed? Y'all mean to tell me? Y'all gonna tell me that Auntie Monique came over there and Shannon still up? Hey Lala, hey my good sis, and Unc still over there acting up. We Club Shay Shay done closed. Love in this club. In this club. In this club. I want to make love in the club. Child, I thought Club Shay Shay was here to stay, baby. He was just about to close on that $100 million deal, and look what happened. Now listen to Dr. Umar, but listen, a broken clock is right twice a day. Dr. Umar said, Black love forever, snow bunnies never. Y'all, let me get into this hot topic. Let's get it rolling so I can go to bed and stop acting a fool. Because these are serious allegations, not to be taken lightly. Allegations are very serious. I feel like Club Shay Shay is closed because, baby, this is what we're seeing in the media. The lawsuit hasn't even gone before the judge, okay? Baby, if y'all showing out like this before the lawsuit goes before the judge and goes to trial, I don't even want to see what comes out in the trial because, baby, take us out the group chat. It's a mess. It's a mess over there with Shannon. Shannon and his now identified Jane Doe, Gabby, are over there cutting up. Let me read y'all this article first. For those of you that don't know what's going on with Shannon, let me read you this article so we can get caught up. Shannon is being sued for $50 million in a grape allegation from a rocky consensual relationship. It says Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharpe. Hold on, let me go back up. Hall of Fame Shannon Sharpe has been accused of rape by a woman under the pseudonym Jane Doe. She has not been identified because Shannon decided to release her name in a 13-page, $50 million civil suit filed Sunday, obtained by the Post. The complaint filed in Nevada State Court alleges the ESPN personality committed assault, actual battery, and engaged in intentional infliction of emotional distress during a rocky, consensual relationship that lasted nearly 2 years with a woman more than 30 years younger than him. The plaintiff alleges Shannon brutally actually assaulted her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025. The complaint accuses Sharpe of threatening to unalive her multiple times, being manipulating and controlling, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her. Let's get past these pictures. Sharpe denied all allegations of coercion and misconduct in a statement through his counsel to the Post on Monday. One time specifically, he was yelling at her while there was a firearm visible in his room. The complainant states, terrified for her safety, plaintiff tried to share her location with friends from her iPhone just in case. But Sharpe saw what she was doing, and the moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her if she ever does it again, he will effing unalive her. The complaint, hold on. The complaint claims that Sharpe recorded the two involved in actual acts together without her knowledge and then shared those videos with his friends and associates without her permission. The plaintiff is not the woman that Sharpe accidentally shared audio of on Instagram live stream on accident while having X in September 2024, the complainant states. However, the plaintiff claims she began to end the relationship after that incident because he cheated when she thought they were in an exclusive relationship, and Sharpe relentlessly pursued her afterwards. A woman can say yes to consensual sexual relations with a man 99 times, but when she says no even once, that one no means no. The first page of the complaint reads, Defendant Sharpe, a man who is accustomed to getting what he wants, completely fails to understand the basic concept. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke and violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer, though, and raped plaintiff. Desperate, despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no. The plaintiff and Sharpe first met in Los Angeles gym in 2023, and their first conversation took place at the gym when she was 20. According to the complaint, which states that Sharpe offered to buy her fake tits if she won a fitness challenge that he proposed. The civil lawsuit states that the woman visited Sharpe at his Beverly Glen mansion on multiple occasions and that he would physically, emotionally, and psychologically control her. The cycle of control, fear, and submission became routine, the complainant states. Yelling at her, controlling her, forcibly grabbing her by her neck when he got upset, saying he was going to unalive her, and asserting dominance became the norm. Sharpe was sued a day before he was supposed to close a deal that would exceed $100 million after his contract with Clifton Cowles, the Volume Podcast Network, expired. Sharpe, who appeared on ESPN's First Take on Monday, has yet to publicly address the lawsuit. Well, that was then because he's addressed it now. Busby is representing the Jane Doe in the situation, who is also Tony Busby is the attorney that is representing more than 20 women. In another lawsuit, in the Diddy lawsuit, he's also the attorney that was sued by Jay-Z. And his reputation is kind of shaky right now because if y'all know anything, Jay-Z put pressure on him. Jay-Z did a countersuit, and y'all know how that went. Lala said why she kept going back, baby. Listen, the messed up, okay? The messed up. Hey, Traveling Grandma. Hey, Terry T, baby. Hey, baby girl, 1981. How y'all doing? He seems to only sue rich black men, and we're going to get to that because Shannon Sharpe also had some things to say about that. So let me share the next clip. This was Tony Busby. The next clip we're going to show is Tony Busby and what he had to say. He is, again, the lawyer for the plaintiff. I mean, the claimant. It says late last night, the Busby law firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleges she was brutally sexually assaulted by former NFL player Shannon Sharpe on multiple occasions. The last incident occurring in 2025, the lawsuit found under the pseudonym Jane Doe lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and abuse, including allegations of repeatedly threatening to choke and slap Jane Doe. The case seeks $50 million in damages, and the case is on file in Department 11 in Clark County State Court in Nevada, the county where the alleged incidents occurred. The egregious and concerning fact of the case are set forth in detail in the public filing. So that was what Tony Busby had to say. Again, Busby is out to prove something because he was just shut down by Jay-Z, baby. So Tony got to make it up, okay? He got Diddy on the line, he got Jay-Z on the line, and now he's after Shannon Sharpe. I don't know what happened with all the, I guess the white men that stopped doing essay, the Abercrombie and Finch guy, he just got let off the hook. Epstein and Weinstein, baby, I guess since them, the white men don't do essay anymore because Tony Busby can only find, people that are after these black men, especially black men, billionaires, okay? And Shannon is not yet a billionaire, but baby, $100 million contract says something, okay? So Jane Doe has since been identified because Shannon decided to name her in, his response. Shannon decided to, let us know who she was because, I guess he felt like we're not going to call her Jane Doe because I know who she is. Anyway, so pictures, the internet don't play, baby. The internet gonna find you. The internet is gonna find you. They're gonna look you up. And so let's look at pictures of the complainant. Her name is Gabby Zuniga. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but baby, Gabby is an OnlyFans model, okay? And she was 19 at the time that she met Shannon. Shannon is about 54, 55, 56, somewhere in there. I think he's about 54, okay? It says Jane Doe, aka Gabby Zuniga, the 20-year-old OnlyFans girl who is suing Shannon Sharpe, age 54, for $50 million after he offered her $10 million to keep quiet. He offered her $10 million and she said, you got a $100 million contract. I need half. We want prenup. We want prenup. Hey, something that you need to have. Didn't Kanye tell them that? These are the pictures of her baby, Shannon. Shannon, first of all, let me go to a regular picture of her. Let me go to this one. She looks like a little girl in the face, okay? She looks like a child in the face, okay? So what is it about these men? You are 54 years old. What do you want with somebody 19 that you've had a 2-year relationship with? What does a man of his age, his caliber, I see why Chad didn't listen to him, okay? I see why Ocho Cinco didn't listen to him, baby. One thing about it, Ocho Cinco like women his age. He can say what he want to say, but Chad likes women his age, okay? His women that also have something, okay? I haven't known Chad to date a young woman. Evelyn Barbie Bates. What's the current fiance, the current girlfriend? Hey, B. All of those women are of age. So when Shannon used to try to give relationship advice and Chad didn't seem to listen, I see why, because Chad may know of his extracurricular activities, okay? And what he likes and why he likes these kids. Okay, so let's get into this Monique. Let me find this clip of Monique, baby, because Monique tried to tell him when she was on his show, when she was on Shannon Sharpe's show, what he needs, because baby, Auntie seen that Unc was trying to stay outside with the kids, and Unc needed to be in the house getting him a home cooked meal, getting his feet rubbed by a grown ass woman, not by a child. Okay, but these ninjas don't like to listen. Again, black love forever, snow bunnies never. Okay. It always seems to be the same fate. Okay, so let me play this.
Yeah, who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old, get you an old out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young, and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Eladora. Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon.
Okay, that's what Monique had to say. Thank you, sound checking it. And the copyright, the Copyright Act is flashing at the bottom of the screen. Traveling Grandma says he need to just go and pay her for being stupid. I agree, Traveling Grandma. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You want to mess with kids? I can't even say. I'm going to play the audio. We're going to talk about it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But I can't even, I'm just going to report on it. But I don't have a say because it is so outlandish. And the more and more information comes out, like the text messages, the audio, it's so outlandish that y'all be over there talking about Roa and Britt Edie on webcam, baby. This ninja is tying up. They eating booty over here. I'm talking about, Shannon needs, sir, you are 54. You are 50. I don't know what they do in Hollywood, baby, but it goes down. Okay. Hey, Helen. It goes down, baby. They eat the groceries. They do way too. Listen. Britt Edie popping them boobs up on the webcam is not sounding so bad because the way Shannon Sharpe is going on with this young lady, the Diddy stories. I mean, what? I ain't one to judge, but my good God. Hey, Erica Yvette. Child, what people be into, listen. Power to them, because more power to them. That's all I can say, the world is changing. It's changing right before our eyes, okay? And what used to be, I don't know. It's a lot going on, okay? It's a lot going on. Let me find my clip of Shannon. Let me bring this up of Shannon and this lawsuit and this audio. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this audio. Do you feel like it's chopped up, or do you feel like, do you feel like, what do you think? First, we're going to listen to Shannon's statement. Okay, this is his statement that he released to the public. And let's take a listen, and y'all tell me how y'all feel about this statement. Oh, now that I was playing it. Hold on. Okay.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans. To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly.
Hold on.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. It is what it is.
what? What is that even?
Okay, now these are some of the text messages between Shannon Sharpe and his counsel released, but these are some of the text messages between Shannon and Gabby. Okay, so one message says, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." That was Gabby to Shannon, October in 2023. It says, "I know you missed this big juicy something. 25K for each cheek." It's not funny, y'all. It's not funny. 25K for each cheek. Gabby, in a text message to Shannon, that was January. Okay, there's a lawsuit filed by Gabby, and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby, is a blatant and criminal attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It was filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Miss Gabby presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted by falsely portraying a consensual act as non-consensual. Gabby has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Gabby's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and sexual in nature, and in many cases, initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Child, not she said, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me." And then she kept saying, and some of the messages here are some of the messages. Um, she kept saying, "I want you to put a big black baby in me." Like this one. Okay, here it is. It says, "I want you to I want to put my tongue in your a-hole and then marry you." And then she says, "That's my daddy. I want you to put a big black baby in me." She says, "You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with me for life after you put a big black baby in me." Why the hell is he talking to somebody that talks like that? That don't sound like a plantation slave talk. Why does she keep saying put a big black baby? Sir, Shannon, I'm not even listen, y'all. I'm not even I can't even I can't defend or anything because what the hell? What the hell? Why are you, sir? You're 54 years old. You're 54 years old. Traveler grandma said, "Pay up." He's stupid. You're 54 years old, sir. Why are you talking to this big black baby? Put a big black baby in. Why the hell are you letting her talk to you like she a slave owner and you what? Child, let's continue. Let's continue because it's just too much. Okay, so let's see. We got into that. Okay, so the recording, when y'all heard the recording, what did you think? Did you think um I don't know how I feel about the recording because he is saying that he will choke her in the recording, but part of me feels like reading the text messages, like did they have that type of relationship? Did they talk like that? Was that one of their kinks? Like it kind of gives me like that was one of their kinks. Like, him calling her daddy and him saying choking. Was he taking it in an actual manner or was he like being like physically assertive? Like I can't make out how it was. And then by her recording, you know, if a person knows they're recording you, they know what to say, they know how to. So I just don't know. But being that he is this foolish, first of all, he has no business with a 19-year-old. I don't care. That makes me that grosses me out. It makes me feel like he watches young girls. The girl has nothing spectacular about her. She looks like a baby in the face. She doesn't have like this, you know, it just gives disgusting. Okay, so yeah, I'm with traveling grandma. Pay that girl what she asking for, because of play stupid games, win stupid prizes at this point in your career. Then it says that he never made her sign an NDA. She refused. No, he offered an NDA at the beginning of the relationship. She refused, and he still decided to deal with her for nearly 2 years. So if you know she refused to sign an NDA, that means she was willing to talk at any given moment, and it is what it is. Club Shay Shay is closed. I don't care. Baby, Cat Williams came and sprinkled that dust, and baby, the particles are still lingering in the air, okay? Whatever the hell Cat Williams came over there and sprinkled, baby, it's still lingering in the air, and Shannon didn't get a whiff of it, okay? Shannon did not get a whiff of it. Monique tried to tell him what he needed. She could see that the Snow Bunnies, Jane Snow, we're gonna call her Jane Snow, okay? He could see that Jane Snow had a hold of him. And he decided to still deal with Jane Snow. So for that matter, you know what I'm saying? Then you offer her 10 million and she said no. She said no to them 10 million. Baby, she saw some bank statements. She heard some business calls, baby. She said she thought y'all was together. While you was over there going live with Michelle, she thought she was your girlfriend, okay? She thought she was going to the altar. But since you want to be with Michelle and things, she gonna get half either way, okay? She gonna get half either way. So, you know, we just gonna let her do what it do. We're gonna see how this play out. But baby, they be eating groceries, they be eating booty, they tying each other up, they choke. Listen, Shannon into some crazy ass things, okay? Shannon into some things. Baby, Shannon, don't even come back on. Listen, Shannon, just come back on. When you come back on your show, you might as well come back on the dog collar with your shirt off and your drawers, because I could never look at you to you ain't fooling me with that damn suit on. I tell y'all, it be them people with them glasses and them suits that be acting like they don't do nothing. Child, them be the worst ones. They be sitting up there judging other people, baby. Listen, be sitting at home on their hands and knees, growling at folks and shit. Okay, getting walked like a dog around the house. Okay, so listen, in cages and shit at home. Okay, them be the ones. Them be the ones that try to act like they ain't doing nothing. I'm telling y'all. I tried to tell y'all. Don't let these people fool you. Do not let these people fool you. Take them damn glasses off and put their dog collar on, okay? And that's enough about Shannon. We're gonna move right along, y'all, because again, I'm sleepy. I thought I was gonna have the energy tonight, but baby, we're gonna move right along, okay? They say it's big and black. Listen, I believe so, okay? I believe so. Then she released it's some more text messages. I'll have to find them. She released some more text messages saying that child, it gets explicit. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. It gets explicit. She has messages where she's telling him, like, you know, it's explicit. It's explicit. If this is coming out and this is just like the second day that this has been exposed, I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to hear what the hell they be doing, because the text messages that were just released not too long ago, it gets worse, y'all. They are, when I tell y'all, baby, wild. That's why they like those young girls, because they can probably get them to do, you know, when you're older, you're kind of settled, you know what you like, you know what you will and won't do. They like those young girls that they can manipulate and get to do, you know, that's in you know, OnlyFans. They already on OnlyFans doing everything. Listen, it's a lot, okay? I definitely think he's in a cage, Lala. I definitely think he's in a cage, and you know, he into whips and chains. You know, she already said they eat ass, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so it's a lot. Shannon got a lot going on. Again, he better not tell Ocho shit, okay? He better not try to give Ocho no more advice, because one thing about it, two things for sure. Ocho always got a grown-ass woman on his arm, okay? Ocho always got a grown woman. Every woman I've seen Ocho single with, hey, Brittany Janae, Special K, I don't know if I spoke to you. Hey, Q Catrice. He always got a grown woman on. They be into a lot of things, okay? Club Shay Shay is closed, okay? It is closed because Jane Snow about to get half of that $100 million contract. Jane Snow says she wants $50 million. $50 million might be awarded to Jane Snow. We already in the Orange Man's era. I just don't see how you gonna wiggle your way out of this one, Shannon. Again, play super games, win super prizes. That's all I got to say. Pay that lady, okay? Pay that lady. Now let's move right along, okay? Let's move right on. This story, and I titled my video trigger warning. Well, I did the thumbnail trigger warning. Trigger warning, okay? All of this is trigger warning because we're talking about SA, all types. Okay, so we're going to go to this Kanye West story. And I was just having a conversation about Kanye with somebody. Now, I know Kanye has been like an unpopular opinionist for many years. He's been a person that a lot of people, either you love him or you hate him. I have always been a Kanye fan, even throughout all of his rants. I was just talking to a girl and she was saying that she was talking about Chris Brown and how she makes products. She makes shirts, like celebrity shirts. And she was telling her audience that she does not make Chris Brown shirts because she does not support Chris Brown. And I was like, that's the thing she was saying. I was like, that's just like me. Like, I'm not a Chris Brown fan. A lot of people love him. I am not a Chris Brown fan. I don't care how many years it's been. I'm just not a Chris Brown fan at all. Okay, so she was saying how she was like, but I get it because I have my likes that, my unpopular opinion and people that I like that other people don't like. And I was like, and I had just told my cousin, I was like, I've been rocking with Kanye through all of this stuff, except this last round of rants. This last round of rants when he went public and he was talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z's children. That was like the last straw for me. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of, I can't even, yeah, I'm kind of just like backed off at that point. And she was like, this last round kind of was where I drew the line with him. And I was like, I had literally just said that a couple of days ago. Like, this was my last straw because I give him grace because I think people, we will know people have mental health issues. And because they have a platform or because they talk out of turn, we are so harsh on our judgment. And y'all know I try to be I don't want to be like the most judgmental person. I feel like I can sit and talk to anybody. I try not to be like super judgmental because I don't know what it's like to deal with mental health issues. I don't know. And then even, okay, like when we're talking about Real Housewives, even with Brit, a lot of times when people do certain things, my first reaction is not to be like, you're a whore. My first reaction is like, what happened to you? Did something happen to you to trigger this type of behavior? Is there childhood trauma? You never know if somebody was essayed, touched. You never know what people have gone through to make them go take the path that they go. So I'm just not fast to be critical or judgmental of people. And when people have mental health issues, I look at Kanye as, he has mental health issues. He has a lot of trauma. We know that he has a lot of trauma from the passing of his mother. He blames himself for the passing of his mother. There were issues with his mother and father growing up where his father wasn't able to be present in his life. He just has, just traumas. And so recently, no. That was this last round, That's what I'm saying. This last round, I couldn't support it. That the Nazi stuff was this last round. I just didn't name everything that he did, but I mean, this last round was like where I was like, I drew the line. But no, I didn't support that. I wonder how he feels about about this conversation. I wonder how he feels about this conversation. What conversation? Oh, the issue is he won't take his meds, and I understand that. And I don't know how it feels to be on medication. I don't know, and part of me feels like there's some truth in what he says, that he has been overly medicated. They have been in his head, because I do believe, with a certain amount of money, government does have the ability to get in your head and mess with you. And they probably have rewired him even worse than he was when he's off his meds. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that I don't know how it feels to have that type of mental health. I don't know how bipolar, I don't know how that feels. I don't know how that, on top of that, he's a musical genius. On top of that, he has trauma. On top of that, he has this disorder. I don't know how all of that in one person's head feels. So I try to be very just, with Kanye. But this last round was like where I had to just like draw the line with him. But anyway, he made some admissions yesterday during one of his tweets. He made some admissions, and y'all, I saved a clip of Bianca, his wife, making a statement, and I don't know what the hell I did with the clip. I don't know what I did with it. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm back at work. I'm trying to get back in the rhythm. But he made some admissions. He said that he has a song coming out called Cousins. Let me share the clip. Hold on. Let me bring up the clip real quick before I get into it. And it actually broke my heart. I just can't even, the trauma people go through. I just, y'all, I hate trauma like this. Hey Tamika, hey Rena. Um, Let me share the clip real quick. Okay, here it is. It says he released this tweet on, X, formerly Twitter. This song is called Cousins, about my cousins that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady, for unaliving a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt like it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and my cousin's penis until I was 14. And I'm just kind of like floored. Yeah. I'm floored. So, um that's another layer to Kanye, that trauma. It was a lot of people that came out in support of Kanye. Azalea Banks had some things to say that were unnecessary, but I know Boosie came out to support him. And then, I don't know, do y'all know who Jeffree Star is? If y'all don't know who Jeffree Star is, and I don't know how Jeffree Star identifies, but Jeffree Star used to have a makeup line, but Jeffree Star was successfully canceled like a couple of years ago, I think for some racist stuff. But Jeffree Star had come out a few years ago stating that he had a relationship, actual relationship with a hip hop artist, a famous hip hop artist. And let me share that. Hold on. Let me bring that up. And again, if y'all don't know Jeffree Star, you'll see Jeffree Star in this clip. It may refresh your memory, because Jeffree Star was, again, successfully canceled a while ago. Where is my clip of Jeffree Star? Hold on. What did I do with it? I know I had. Here we go. I was about to say, I know I had it. Okay, let me bring it up. Talk amongst yourselves while I get this clip up. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen with Jeffree Star. Okay, so Jeffree Star cryptic tweets fuel speculations about affair with Kanye amid cousin controversy. So Jeffree Star says, okay, F it. The rumors were true. And this is the rumors that Jeffree was talking about.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think of that.
Oh, I already had it. They have several Grammys and they're in the hip hop category and they will massacre me if I say their name.
Because they're also the Illuminati. It's Jay-Z.
No. Oof.
Not Jay-Z. Do you know Jay-Z?
No.
You're not in the Illuminati then. He's not in.
I don't know what's going on over there. Hip hop's weird. They're all weird.
Why do you say that?
They're all freaks. They're all into everything. And there's just a lot of weird stuff going on over there. NFL is a lot more safer.
The NFL being safer, like, in what way is the NFL safer?
There's less games and trickery and weird shit.
But what trickery are we talking about? Is it sexual trickery?
No, just like the hip hop community, like the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different.
It's a way different game.
Yeah.
And then the NFL is not as much that game.
It's more fun.
They're more simplified.
Yeah.
It's an objective goal sport.
Number 3 trending. I woke up out of bed, Chris, and I'm like, huh? And the headline reads, Kanye West might be sleeping with Jeffree Star. I can't. And I woke up and my phone was blowing up and I'm like, oh my God, what in the scandal is going on today? I honestly have no idea, right? I guess some girl made up a whole lie on TikTok and it went viral where she insinuates Kanye and Kim are getting divorced because a big male beauty influencer is sleeping with him. Look at this shit, y'all. This is so...
Yeah, so that was Jeffree Star. And yeah. Hey Shapey. Yeah, so I'm just gonna send prayers up to Kanye, child. Kanye got a lot going on. Kanye has a lot going on. Cover his children, Lord. I just don't know. I don't know where to go from here with Kanye. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know who lying, Lala? Who lying? Hold on, let me look at the comments. Who lying, Jeffree or Kanye? But yeah, it's a lot going on, child. It's a lot going on with Kanye. How have so many lost their way? It said, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what kind of dark demonic cloud is over these people. I don't know what exchange these people did for fame, but baby, shake it and pray. Pray hard and heavy and shake that shit off because listen, it's a lot going on. But I'm just gonna send Jeffree. Okay, I'm just gonna send prayers up for Kanye. That's a lot to admit. That's a lot to tweet. Again, I had the statement from Bianca. She was saying that, she wished he wouldn't have tweeted that. She wants to get him help. She was just talking about the trauma of it all. I don't have the statement anymore, but if I find it, I'll, reshare it at a later time. But she did, Kanye's estranged wife, Bianca, or current wife, I don't know what they got going on, did make a statement just in support of him and what he's been through. And she said what she said in support of her husband. So let's get on to our last story. Hey, be true. Let's get on to our last story so I can get up out of here and go to bed because y'all know I'm back at work, child. And yeah. Okay. So last story for the night is a Kirk and Rasheeda. Okay. Kirk and Rasheeda, y'all, if it's one thing I know, okay, if it's one thing I know, Audacity must be on the clearance aisle. It ain't even on sale, baby. It's on clearance. It is because if mofos ain't got nothing else, baby, they got the Audacity. They got the Kirk and Rasheeda had the nerve to go sit on Carlos King's couch. It said Jay-Z knew in the beginning that Kanye wasn't ready for everything behind the scenes in the industry, but he didn't want Kanye in the forefront. Listen. Good night, Lala. Thank you for stopping by, sis. Good night. What if Kim Cake, baby? If you think Kim ain't got about 3 policies, Kim got a policy for every child. How many children they got? 5, 4? She got a policy for every baby and herself, okay? I'm sure Kim got the policies on him, okay? But prayers up for Kanye. But Kirk and Rasheeda had the nerve to. I did not watch the interview. I did not have time. I just saw the clips on Instagram. But Kirk and Rasheeda had the audacity to sit on Carlos King's couch, do an interview, the poster children for what not to do in a marriage, okay? The poster children. Listen, a lady that stayed with a man that had a baby on her in their marriage can't tell me nothing. I don't care how much you say you love your husband, how much you done forgave him. If you are the type to and I ain't judging you, if that's what you can deal with, more power to you all. I'm just saying you can't tell me shit, okay? You can't tell me nothing. You can't come to me and talk about nothing with me because I ain't going to listen to it, okay? I'm just not going to listen. How are you going to do an interview and talk about another couple the whole time and not them? How they going to do an interview talking about another couple as if they are a stellar couple? I mean, how are you? It's the nerve of it all, okay? Mary and Kim K was the start of his major decline. Those Kardashians used him. Baby, those Kardashians listen, have y'all went and seen Sinners? Drop a one in the chat if you went to see Sinners this weekend. I went to see Sinners this weekend. I highly recommend it, baby, because they don't do nothing but harness your energy. Shit, don't invite them to the damn cookout. Okay? Not you, D. Not you, D, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Shay P, drive safe. I just see Cynthia telling you to drive safe. I don't know what Shay P said because I ain't been looking at the comments. But drive safe, sis. It's not scary. It's not scary, D. It's not scary, y'all. I am a person that does not watch scary movies at all. Like, I don't play that. I don't watch scary movies. But I was determined to see Sinners because I like Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. And I wanted to. It's not scary at all, though. I don't know why it's pegged like that. But if you watch it, go watch it, okay? I implore everybody to go watch it. It's not scary, okay? It's not. You heard it was scary? Why? What was scary? I guess maybe a vampire, but it's not scary. It's not scary, I promise y'all. When y'all see it, I think they are selling it that way, but when you see it, you won't be scared at all. I promise you. It was not one time where I was like, oh! None of that at all. Okay, none of that. Y'all go see it this weekend. Sinners is so freaking good. It has so many hidden gems in there. Go watch it, okay? Go watch it. It's not scary. But the fact that Kirk and Rasheeda sat up there on Carlos King's couch and played all up in Yandy and Mendeece's face. Let me show y'all this clip. And we're going to talk about their response because Mendeece's responded and, Yandy kind of responded. So let me play the clip.
Where he put his private, it's his, right? This is me keeping it 100. But when you start saying slick shit like, well, I'm the only one on the show who ain't had a baby, you don't have all these goddamn baby mamas coming for you. I'm just keeping it 100. But none of my, this is stuff that happened on the show, right? Yeah. But I really feel like, for me, number one, what's happening for Mendeece and Yandy, for Atlanta to like you, it needs to happen because they funny down here anyway. Atlanta is funny. Mm-hmm. You are getting some new traction, right? So I'm gonna give you your prop. That's the Harlem man. He's smart. I got to give him credit when credit is due, and I got to give her credit when credit is due because they attacked us in a way where now they're into it with Kirk and Rasheeda, and that's where I was like, I applaud you for that one. You did your big one, right? But I do think on No Shade, I'm like, bro, I've been to 2 weddings. For me to find out you motherfuckers really ain't married, that threw me for a loop.
Are Yandy and Mendeece legally not married?
There's no marriage certificate. Those were weddings.
Between us girls, Rasheeda, is that true?
Listen, this is what I will tell you. A marriage certificate is a legal document and a public document that you can pull up and go get right now. That's what I will tell you.
So when he said take it on the chin, that's chess for me. It's like checkmate. You hold up. So I'm like, this is a married thing right here, you know, because you got to get there only by being a couple, right? So that was like break number one. But if y'all got an open relationship, just say it. Instead of us thinking you cheating, because he's really not cheating if it's not what we think. Listen, I'm not disrespecting him because I with him. But
really?
No, I really do.
That.
No, and I'm just saying if it's something different, I think just say that.
Do you think Yandy and Mendici have an open relationship?
It's something they're not telling the world, bro.
Okay.
It's something they're not telling the world. I don't care where he put his private. It's his, right? This me.
Okay, so that was what Kirk and Rasheeda had to say. Kirk was on that couch doing a whole lot of talking, and Rasheeda over there doing a whole lot of laughing. And my thing is, hey, Lonnie, hey, Eucalyptus. My thing is, but Kirk, you got a child, and your baby mama. You talking about some Mendici's baby mom. These were kids he had before Yandy. Your baby mom is on the show that you have, and you still like, how can you laugh? I'd rather have 2 fake weddings and not be tied to a ninja than have a certificate and a man that bring me home a baby to raise and a baby mama to put on my show. You bring your baby mama on the show. I mean, y'all ain't no better. And if y'all were ever friends, why would you be going on there laughing like it's a joke? What? Right, Kirk, if you and Rasheeda have an open relationship, just say that. Because, Kirk, are you even married? Do you consider yourself a married man? Because your actions don't align with that of a married man. Your actions don't align with the married man at all. And so Mendicis has since responded. And I don't know if y'all, I know Mendicis is kind of quiet, low-key on the show. But have y'all heard those rumors that Mendicis had Jim Jones under a car? Y'all ever heard those rumors? Because those rumors have been around forever. Like Mendici's pressed Jim Jones. And if y'all don't know who Jim Jones is, I'm talking about Jim Jones, the rapper, the Dipset rapper. You know, he and Mendici's apparently got into it in Harlem a few years ago. This has been years ago. They got into it in Harlem, and Jim Jones was hiding under a car trying to get away from Mendici's. So Mendici's is like, apparently Mendici's is not to be played with in Harlem, okay? Mendici's, there are stories around of Mendici's pressing ninjas. Okay, so I think Kirk, you know, and Kirk over there sounding a little sweet himself, you know, talking about with his legs crossed, sounding a little sweet. He can laugh because he perpetuated the infidelity. He is not the victim of it like Rasheeda. But Rasheeda, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at, Rasheeda? Rasheeda, you got little Cannon and his mama to take care of. Cannon mama stay sending Kirk text messages of what cash app she needs. Cannon mama done got a whole body done. She done got her teeth done, her ass done, her stomach done. She damn near got a reconstructed face. She was a pretty girl, but she looked like a whole, you know, Kirk done put some money into her. Okay? She living good. She driving good. She on your show. And you have the nerve to be over there laughing about rumors about Mendici's, which I think Mendici's do his thing. But it's the audacity. Baby, was it on the clearance aisle and you picked up a few of them? Because what? Kirk, you over there doing an interview trying to act like baby. Let me see if I can find Mendici's response, because Mendici's responded to them. Baby, Mendici said he tired of being quiet. Y'all play too much. That's what Mendici said. That's what I heard him say. Mendici said y'all play too much. He ain't playing with y'all. Let me see. Y'all play too much and he ain't got time. Let me see if I can find it. I got Yandy response, I know, right here. Y'all know I be putting my stuff and then I lose it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Here's Yandy's response while we wait, while I try to find Mendici's response. because I'm with Mendices, okay? Like the nerve of y'all to talk about me. Anybody can talk about me, but y'all. Okay, let's see. So I can't play that whole song because I know they get me for copyright, but Yandy is playing Mariah Carey's Obsessed, and she's responding to comments in the chat. One person said, it's the audacity. Had a whole baby outside the marriage. To be smiling and commenting on someone else's situation is comical. Misery loves company, the most non-affectionate couple ever. She's not a girl's girl. And then Yandy responded, girl's girl is so important. And yes, it's comical, but I'm so G'd up, I ain't laughing. I don't laugh at another woman's downfall. Poor baby. I just wanted to see her win and have some self-esteem. I'll try to continue to build her up with the 10-foot pool in between us. Boycott fake ones. That was Yandy's response. Oh, no. And then somebody said, is this the type of friend? This is the type of friend I want. We don't need to be speaking all the time, but when I need you, you're always there. Just the one phone call away, and no one, we don't have to consider me as your best friend or close friend. A regular friend is good enough. And Yandy responded, that's the type of time I'm on with my friends, but some are just cut from a different cloth. And somebody wrote, Kirk and Rasheeda are like Donald Trump. Everything they say about someone else is what they're really doing. And then Yandy put a whole bunch of exclamation points. So Yandy was responding to, let me see if I can see it here. I'm trying to find, here's Mendice's response right here. So after the clip aired, Mendices let off some steam. He said, what type of man keep another man's name in their mouth? Shake my head. I'm gonna have to start disrespecting everybody. He said, and if you allow your woman to mention my name, then she can get it too. Ooh, Mendici said, oh, Rasheeda, you think you safe? I'm coming for you and Kirk. He said, I don't say ish about people polygamous relationships. I mind my business because I don't give a fuck what people's I don't give a fuck. Please stop talking about me and mine. Ooh. Mendici's ready to go out in the yard. What y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all think who y'all got? Mendices or Kirk? Yandy has always had me feeling. Hold on, let me see what CC said. Hold on. Yandy has always had me feeling like she wanted Jim Jones on Love and Hip Hop New York. She seemed jealous of Chrissy. Misery loves company. Yandy isn't a girl's girl either, but I don't like what Kirk and Rasheeda did. I don't believe I believe it too. And Chrissy peeped it. CC. I didn't like Chrissy, y'all. I didn't like Chrissy. I know Chrissy was a fan favorite back in the day, but I thought Chrissy was a bully. And I ain't like Chrissy. Man, DC said, catch me outside. How about that? But this is the same Jim Jones that they said now, the rumor is now that Mendices had Jim Jones hiding up under a car in Harlem. This is the rumor. It's been the rumor for years that Mendices is really like that. He really that guy. Why people be playing. Mendices don't play. Okay. I need some proof. Hold on, I need some proof. And Yandy didn't want no Jim Jones. Yandy wanted that money. Yeah, I think Yandy was all about her cash. And she was trying to get that cash. And Jimmy was blowing the cash on that girl. Yandy was about her money. Mental illness is serious. Okay. Mendici is about that life on the low. He be trying to chill, but Kirk will find out. Baby, jealous of Chrissy for what? She played the long game and got dumped. Yeah. I wasn't a Chrissy. Everybody was a Chrissy fan back then. I never liked Chrissy. Chrissy gave bully. Then Chrissy got full of herself as the seasons went on, and her popularity grew. She got full of her. I didn't like Chrissy. But a lot of people don't like Yandy. Yandy really don't. Yandy do her little stuff, but Yandy don't bother me like that. But a lot of people don't like Yandy. But I just think it's funny that Kirk and Rasheeda have the audacity to try to laugh at somebody else's situation when y'all a whole situation. Y'all a whole situation. Like, Nobody on Love and Hip Hop. I can't even think in the history of Love and Hip Hop. Like Love and Hip Hop has had the most toxic relationships from Jocelyn and Stevie and Mimi to Mimi and the guy she did the little shower video with, to Kirk and Rasheeda, to Scrappy and everybody he been in a relationship with on the show. Like these are the most toxic relationships. Should nobody on that show have nobody should fix their mouth to talk about anybody, okay? That is the most toxic show for relationships. It's just like I would not speak on anybody's relationship because the audacity. It has to be the audacity. A lot of people like Chrissy Shapey. I just didn't like her. She just wasn't my type, but a lot of people loved Chrissy. I think she's beautiful. I think she's a beautiful woman. I didn't like her personality. I thought she was just Chrissy thought she was paid in full. Chrissy for real. Like, girl, go sit down. Ain't nobody scared of you. I heard the whole thing might be a skip for them to have drama next season. When this show gonna end? When Love and Hip Hop gonna end? Love and Hip Hop. One thing about Love and Hip Hop keeps its same characters. And I'm tired of them people. I'm tired because why was Scrappy side baby mama, threesome baby mama crying last week talking about some girl? Why the girl bring Mama D a muzzle because Mama D told her she need a DNA test? Mama D be wrong about a lot of things, but baby, you got pregnant through a threesome. If the mama say you need a DNA test, okay? It's just a lot going on. This show been on a long time. I'm tired of these people. They need to ride off into the sunset. And y'all, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that Sweet Tea and Gregory not coming back to Married to Medicine? Is that rumor true? Did y'all hear that, or is it just me? But I heard they didn't get renewed. That Sweet Tea and Greg didn't get renewed, child, and they not coming back. D said two things can be true. Okay. Two things can be true. Mama D was right, but she also needs that muzzle. But yeah, they said Sweet Tea and Greg ain't get their papers. So I guess Heavenly and Quad won, child. Heavenly and Quad is really running the show. What's Simone gonna do now? Cause Simone was over there cooking it up and talking it up. Child. Oh, you heard from Millie? Oh, I gotta go watch Millie John. I didn't hear it from Millie John. But that's what I heard. That's the word on the curb. That's the word on the curb. That they are not coming back, but we'll see. Is Quabra Crooked King coming back? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is I heard that Sweet Tea and Gregory didn't come back, are not coming back. But it's not due to Quad, because they said Quad ain't really got no pull like that. But they said that Heavenly do, okay? Heavenly do, okay? They say Quad ain't got no pull because Quad was almost kicked off her damn self, but they said Heavenly actually got more pull than people be giving her credit for. And looks like Greg and Sweet Tea. It shall be, we got to wait for the official announcement. I don't know. I just got my word. I got to go hear. Somebody said Millie Chun had it. I got to go listen to it and see what she says. But word on the curb is, they not coming back to Married to Medicine, child. So we shall see. Y'all tune in tomorrow. I have my review of Aroa. We're going to watch it in Patreon first when I get off of work. And then I'm going to come over here and do my review of Aroa. I already have some of my thoughts. And y'all know I'm unpopular opinion type, okay? My opinion is very unpopular, okay? I don't have the popular opinion when it comes to these things. So tune in to my Aroa review. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Let me see y'all, because I had ran up on Shannon Sharpe the latest text messages that were released when I was doing this. Let me find them text messages real quick before I end this live, child. Shannon Sharpe and Jane Snow. Okay, we're gonna call her Jane Snow. Okay, since he liked the snow bunnies. Let me see if I can find them. Let me see. Where did I see them? Was it Hollywood Unlocked? Hold on. And let's try to read these last text messages. And I think these were released by Jane Snow. Okay. I think Jane Snow released these because she said, oh, you want to release some text messages? I'm going to release some. Okay. So they playing tit for tat. They playing tit for tat for the court of public opinion. Okay. So let's see what they said real quick. These said, then we're going to close it out. These said, but I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my butt, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. This is from January 2nd, 2025. And then there's a message that said, I don't know how to process this. And then I guess this is him saying, can I call you later? And then this is her message saying, I want to be ABU'd, daddy. I want like some hardcore BDSM action. So maybe this is him releasing the text message. I want you to tie me up like this and ABU's me, daddy. What the hell? I'm disturbed. Why are they talking to each other? Why are they talking to each other like that? So I think he's trying to show that they were talking, they were into that BDSM. So that's how they talk to each other. Like when he's saying he chokes her, maybe that's part of their child. Yes, these are the messages that were just released. I suppose in the days that will come, child, it gets worse. They're gonna release each other's social security number and birth certificate information in a minute. By the end of the week, we'll have all the information, okay? Because Shannon has no shame. Shannon, you are 54 years old, sir. And I'm just sit there right there. This is a baby. This girl can't even go to the store and buy no alcohol. You got to get, if she on alcohol, you giving it to her. She can't even go to the store and get no alcohol, sir. She can't rent a car. She can't get no alcohol. And you over there tying her up. Y'all over there putting each other in cages, eating each other groceries, acting foolish. Okay? He 56. You 56. That girl is not even 20. That girl is 20. Shannon, 20 to 56. That's 36 years, sir. Grow up. Just ask those. I cannot believe you, Shannon. Shannon, if you come back on that podcast in a suit with them glasses on, reading them cue cards, freaky some bitch. Freak ass, you're a 69 God. Shannon ought to be shamed. Shannon ought to be shamed. Talking about you met her. Did she look like a child, y'all? She looks like a child. Freak ass nigga, you're a 69 guy. Please take us out the group chat because next thing I know, it's gonna be some toe licking, all kinds of stuff, baby. I already done gave the booty action up. Like, please do not release any more text messages. Tell it to the judge. Tell it to the judge. Tell it to the judge. Either write a check or tell it to the judge. Okay. The girl, you already offered her 10 million and she'll, baby, 10 million and she don't want it. You done did something. Baby, she got you on something. Okay. Put a black baby in, a big black baby. Baby, that's all she would have had to say because that sounds like plantation talk. I wouldn't be. Lord have mercy. Let me go. You all have a great night. Shannon just tore up this whole Club Shay Shay closed, y'all. Club Shay Shay closed and court is adjourned. You all have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is stressed. Shannon and Jane Snow is just stressed, okay? Take us out the group chat, please, and thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful day at work tomorrow, a wonderful rest of your week. And with that being said, we are done. Good night, everybody.